So, Sheridan, are you sure you don't want to change your mind?
About what?
About going to the Halloween dance with me?
Thanks for asking, Hank, but I told you I don't do Halloween.
But you've never done Halloween with me. You might decide you like it.
Well, if anyone could make me like Halloween, it would definitely be you. Gwen, excuse me.
You really have a thing for Sheridan, don't you?
Well, how can anyone not have a thing for Sheridan? She's a beautiful woman. She's beautiful to look at. She's beautiful to be with.
She's okay looking.
Okay? Are you feeling all right? I mean, why do you think I'm down here? You know, working for you for free. It's because she's gorgeous, and she's the most interesting woman I've met in a long time.
You mean you have to worry about getting killed when you're with her? I guess you could call her interesting.
Louis, she didn't mean to hit you with that bottle.
Yeah. Supposed to have been the mugger.
Well, she apologized, didn't she?
Yeah, she did. I just can't believe you're going to set yourself up for a fall like this.
Come on. Not another lecture on what a fool I am to get involved with Sheridan Crane.
That's right. You're my friend. I don't want to see you get mowed down.
Well, don't worry about me, all right? Look, I know you and Sheridan have your problems, okay? But you have to admit, she is gorgeous. Right?
Okay. I admit she's pretty.
Pretty? How about beautiful?
Okay, beautiful. But in her case, the cliche holds true.
Oh, what cliche.
I know you don't agree, but Sheridan's beauty is only skin deep. Beneath the surface, she's a Crane through and through.
Well, I think she's probably proud of that.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. But they're bad people, Hank. If there's no beauty in them, they don't care about anyone else but themselves.
Okay. I mean, you can think what you like, but I see Sheridan differently than you do.
You see that woman she's talking to over there? Gwen? I saw her on the street the other night, arguing with Ethan Crane. I mean, they're supposed to be in love.
So they were having a lover's quarrel. So what?
So they're from the same social set. Hey, can you imagine what would happen if someone from our social set got involved with one of them?
I don't know, but I can't wait to find out.
Man, you're crazy. I mean, you can't imagine you're hoping to get involved with Sheridan Crane. I mean, once you cross the money divide, watch out.
Watch out for what?
I mean, if, God forbid, you ever married her, can you imagine what you'd be called?
What?
Mr. Sheridan Crane at best. At worst, a kept man, her boy toy.
I could learn to live with that.
Thank God Teresa never got involved with any of the Cranes. I'd go crazy if that ever happened.
Man, you're the one that's crazy. I mean, if I had a sister like Teresa, I'd love to see her get hooked up with a Crane, because then I'd be related to all that money.
You still don't get it, Hank.
What?
The Cranes are evil people. They have their own system of morality. They don't worry about the consequences. With all their money and influence, they think they can go their own way, do whatever they want, and get away with it.
Well, isn't that the way the ball bounces? I mean, in the real world?
That doesn't mean it's right. Look, I know there are a lot of people in this town that envy the Cranes' wealth, but that's because they don't realize that money corrupts.
Well, it sounds like you know something about them that I don't. Why don't you give me an example?
Look, I've heard stories, now. Stories that go back hundreds of years. There were a lot of bad things that the Cranes did. But because of their money, because they were Cranes, they got away with it. Their crimes were hushed up, papered over, forgotten.
Luis, you gotta get a grip. You make it sound like the Cranes had a Jack the Ripper in their family.
For all I know, there is a Jack the Ripper in their family.
What is it? You're kidding, right? I mean, you don't actually believe that there's a murderer in the Crane family, do you?
Look, all I know is that one day my father went to work at Crane Industries and never came back. And no one's ever seen him again.
Yeah, but you told me that you couldn't prove that the Cranes had anything to do with your father's disappearance.
That's right, but I'm certain that they were involved.
But why? I mean, what do you think happened?
I don't know. But the night before my father's disappearance, I remember him being on the telephone. He was talking to Alistair Crane.
So what was he saying?
I couldn't hear. And I've wondered all these years, why would the mighty Alistair Crane make a phone call at night to one of his lowly employees like Martin Fitzgerald?
You never found that out?
No, he disappeared the next day, and no one's ever seen him again. But I'm certain that the Cranes were involved.
Well, you know, you could be right.
Let's keep this between us, okay? But this is one good reason why, maybe you should think twice before getting involved with Sheridan or any other Crane.
Hey, Sheridan, how you doing?
Oh, I'm doing fine, Hank.
You need any help?
No, thank you.
Dan, so I'll count it against your hours you owe me for community service.
Now that's a deal. The sooner I get through my hours, the better.
Ditto.
So, Hank, does that offer still stand about taking me to the Halloween dance?
Oh, absolutely.
Great. You can help me chaperone, if you don't mind.
I don't mind at all. Just got to clear it here with the boss.
Do what you want. We're both grown-ups. You just don't listen.
Listen to what?
With everything that I've said about the Crane family, you're still going to date Sheridan.
Yeah, I sure am, and she'll have me. Until I hear something concrete about them, I don't have a problem with the Cranes.
You know, when things get serious, Sheridan's just going to dump you. Find someone else from the country club set to marry.
You know, you're way off base about her, man.
Thank you, Hank.